Hello and welcome to Ponds Forge in Sheffield for the final of the World Bowls Tour. Over the past 2 days, the top 8 professional bowlers in the world have been battling it out in this new competition, and we've brought you all the action live on Sky Sports, and now it's the big one, it's the final. We've seen the semi-finals earlier on today, but now Mervyn King, 8th seed, takes on Greg Harlow, who has got an outstanding record here in Sheffield. We'll talk about that in just 1 second. But let's introduce you to my guest, our commentator, David Corkhill. Welcome. And beaten semi-finalist, I'm sure you probably didn't want to be here at all, Robert Wheel. David, we've seen some fantastic matches. What are we in store for this evening?
Well, if the two guys keep going the way they're going, it'll be even better again. Greg has built up very well. He didn't play so well in the semi-final, got through nicely on that though, and played much, much better to keep Robert out. So I expect Greg to play at a very high level. Mervyn always plays well. You've never seen Mervyn play a bad game. So it'll be interesting to see, and this is a rerun of the World Singles from a couple of years ago. Yeah,
and it is a real battle out there. As I said, you were just beaten, and it was a tight match as well. Are we in for another tight one this evening?
Yeah, a very close game against Greg, but I'm sure we're going to see an excellent final, and both players are really playing to a really high standard. Best of friends as well, so there's going to be no nerves, no fear. They'll enjoy it, and I'm sure it's going to be a great match.
Well, let's take a look at the players who are in the final this evening, starting off with Mervyn King. And in a lot of respects, he's been almost faultless in this entire tournament.
Yes, his strength really is the draw shot, and Mervyn's been so good at that for many, many years. He can play the running shots if required, but he very rarely gets beaten to the jack that often, so he doesn't have to do that, which means he can keep concentrating on just drawing. But that's just Mervyn for you. He's a very steady player, and the last 24 months for Mervyn have been very, very good. He's won a lot of titles.
And it wouldn't be a bowling programme if we didn't mention the stats. Greg Harlow is 17 times unbeaten here, unbeaten since 2003, Robert.
Well, it's an absolutely amazing record, that for Greg. You know, all the players are conscious of that as well now. I'm sure Greg is, but yeah, he won't mind hearing that. To win the International Open 3 times in the trot, and then in a tournament like this, we're playing the top 8, and he gets to the final again, well, you can't fault him, can you?
I know I asked you this earlier, he was here at that point, so I'll ask you it now he's gone. Who do you fancy for this final?
Well, I'll tell you what, maybe I'll be a bit controversial, but the way Mervyn has been playing and leading to the jack, I think Mervyn's going to have a very good chance. I don't think there'll be much in it. I think we could see our first tie-break as well in the final, but I'll just go for Mervyn.
David?
I think there's a slight edge here, I really do. Mervyn's playing so well. It will go to a tie-break, but I do believe we'll go all the way in this match.
OK, Robert, thanks very much for joining us. David, you've got to head off to the commentary box, so we'll let you go too. Now, though, in traditional bowling style, it's time to join our MC, Richard Bear.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome onto this famous blue carpet your finalists, Mervyn King and Greg Harlow.
So, here we go. The one we've been waiting for, the final, the World Matchplay. And these two great friends, Greg Harlow and Mervyn King, playing each other. Rerun of the World Championship final 2 years ago, which Mervyn came out the winner. David, you were very positive in your assumption that we're going to see a tie break.
Yes, I think so. It's a lot depends on whether Mervyn can keep to the level that he has been playing. His drawing's been exceptional.
Yes, it has. He's certainly been the best drawing player here this week.
An awful lot has got to do with the first of the jack, because although Mervyn does play the running shots, plays them very well, the key to his game is very much on the draw. And Greg's going to have to match Mervyn on that, or be forced into playing an attacking game, and that's always dangerous. You lose your draw weight very, very easily.
Well, Greg started very well.
Disappointing first two deliveries for the Norfolk man, Mervyn King. And Greg is really going to punish that.
Oh, very good ball. Greg starting this final very well.
As usual, Mervyn staying away from any of the heavy artillery, trying just to draw close to develop something.
Well, still just over the pace. Not far.
His heavy ball's been a little bit better. And Greg will want to add another.
Well, rest that last ball. Be perfect. Well, I think that's a deliberate bowl from Greg. He's decided to leave it alone.
Well, he's covering the respot at the same time, covering the three red balls. So he's got the closest ball to the respot in case Mervyn decides to have a go at this. Well, sensible ball by Greg. You know, the front ball onto the jack would squeeze it out right hand side of our picture onto the respot. He's covered that eventuality. Interesting to see if Merv decides to have a little pop at this.
Yeah.
Still drawable, of course, but oh, it's tight.
And the draw it is.
As you can almost predict it, that's exactly what Mervyn will do most of the time.
And I think he's still just topside.
Yes, it's struggling. A little bit of extra weight as well doesn't help, so it's going to be 2 to Greg. Very good start for Greg. He'll not waste any time in this match. He sees an opening, he'll have to take it because he doesn't want Mervyn to get into a rhythm.
No, definitely not. It's the key to this match. Greg knows that if Mervyn gets the first bowl in, it's going to make it very, very difficult for Greg. Closer ball here from Greg. Very good.
Oh, Mervyn just needs to get going on that first ball. As Robert Reid was saying, 2 great friends, of course. And this pair have played against each other so often, so many times, but the most recent and most important one was in the World Final in '06. Mervyn Mervyn took the honours on that occasion.
Yeah, I can't remember the score, but it was quite comfortable, wasn't it, in the final?
Yes, it was actually, as it turned out. I'll be able to check the score for you. 2-0 it was at the time, but I think there was a... Oh, Mervyn, that's not your normal form.
No, very poor ball. So, Mervyn trying to improve in his last bowl.
Mervyn will see this as a straightforward shot, but he's failed again.
Yeah, just over the pace.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed. Settling down process going on here, but once again, Greg sticking to his game plan of bringing the mat up the rink.
Works well for him, that's for sure.
As long as the jack is cast to the minimum 23 metres, you can go as far as you wish with the mat. It has to be that minimum distance. And once again, Mervyn struggling. This is not the Mervyn King that we've been seeing.
No. Just wondering whether Rob Wills put the jinx on him.
Well, it's just times I think that Greg, he walks on water in this venue. Doesn't always play the best bowls, but plays the right bowls at the right time. Now when it comes to the big bowl, he's very, very good. Gets out of trouble.
Yeah, definitely holds his nerve very well under pressure. That's better from Mervyn.
Four-inch gap. One red.
Good effort from Greg.
One red.
Foot over.
Last Monday you were asking me about that final with these two players before, and it was fairly comfortable. 2-0 from Mervyn King. 12-8, 13-9, and in one of those he was
2 red.
He was 11 shots up at one stage in the second set. Had to hold his nerve to go through all 11 ends though and make sure that he won the match, because Greg came back strong at the end of the game. This final being played over 9 ends, 2 sets with a 3-end tie break to separate the players. Probably not needed though. Haven't needed it in this event so far. 6 matches without a tie break. The top 8 in the world. That would have been a good bet.
That would have been a good bet, yeah. Well.
That's a forehand again, catching the players out, just dropping a yard short.
Chance of Mervyn.
Big chance of Mervyn to level this.
Sure, Mervyn's quite sure whether he's there or not, but it looks pretty good.
Oh, he just needs to drop in with dead weight. There it comes, and he wants to stay. He has.
Yeah,
I think he's made it.
Three shots, red.
Yeah. There you are, David. The first end that Mervyn gets his draw really going. He picks a 3 up.
Yes, it's going to be a matter of time before he starts to get a rhythm in. But first bowl's critical. In some ways, people might think playing against one of your best friends is difficult. I think it's actually quite good because it relaxes you.
Yeah, definitely.
Two guys can go out and enjoy the game, concentrate on their bowls, try and win the title, and of course the £10,000 to the winner. And that will do.
One green.
Just run past Mervyn with his second delivery.
He's nearest, Bob. About a foot past the jack.
So Greg moving over to the forehand. Very good.
The best possible position. Covers the red balls and scores another. Mervyn making absolutely no time at all before he delivers his ball.
He knows what he wants.
Has he got off the mark too quick though?
Yeah, not reaching.
Just pull back a second.
Two green.
Still the 2. Greg just wrecked on Mervyn's short bowl. Mervyn away again. He's certainly not hanging around.
He doesn't hang about, but he knows he has to push his balls out very wide. I don't think he's going to make the trip with this.
He's not up again.
Oh, by a long way. 2 shots against and 2 balls dropping short.
Yeah, he just needs to slow down a fraction. He did seem very fast off the mat with those last 2 deliveries.
Yeah, it's a bit too anxious to get down there and play the shot. It's a very cheap 3, this one.
Will be. Well, needs to just slow down a touch.
Oh. Well, the back ball might save him. Rested on it, dropped back. Could well be another 3.
3 shots, green.
Well, a very loose end by Mervyn King, especially after the previous end where he played some very good draw balls, but seemed to be in a big hurry the last couple of deliveries and not as dangerous.
Well, he always does play fast there, Merv, so perhaps it was just a bad end. One of those ends you want to forget.
Well, over and done now. Don't think back on it.
Not far away, but not close enough at the moment.
Your bowl, 10 inches.
Very good effort.
1 green.
Just running past.
No, it's a good bowl short.
Greg will be making sure that he's well out. Letting this ball drift back on the bias, staying away from the front red one. Looking good.
Very good. Well played, Greg.
And it shows those balls are fairly strong if they're coming back from that height.
2 green.
Bit of a problem for Mervyn here. He's going to have to start thinking about getting out of trouble early. Maybe start playing a little bit of power. This ball's going to have to run to get to the jack.
Very close. Oh, very unlucky, Mervyn.
Well, couldn't really see him drawing the shot in the forehand. I thought the green one was in the way for that.
Very good effort.
Well, he's set up a lovely position, but he's still shot down. Check for confirmation if it's more than 1.
Two green.
Well, 2 shots to green, and that would be very difficult for Mervyn if he loses a double. There's no reason why Greg shouldn't add another, except that it's a very narrow channel to make it through.
Just needs to drop.
Yes, he was on the high side. He just needed to get the channel between the 2 red balls without disturbing the jack too much. No, this is a chance for Mervyn. 2 balls. Surely he'll play the runner this time.
Well, it's certainly on.
He could get the perfect result. Green ball on the green ball. 2 out. Leave him line 3.
Well, be interesting to see what weight he plays at it. Not much more than the overdraw.
Tell you what, he's going to struggle to get back from there if he's carrying too much.
Not going to get back.
It's that high line on the forehand. You have to really narrow it and be sure. That's a costly end.
Yeah, very hard shot to play.
2 shots green.
I honestly believed he would have played more power to that, be more positive. 8-3 after 5 ends. Every player that's won the first set has won the match.
Well, Mervyn now finding himself chasing this first set. But we saw what happened when he strung an end together earlier, bit to free up. So
He just hasn't been playing well enough at the moment, and that's unusual in itself.
very good start by Greg again.
Difficulty is if you allow Greg to get into the drawing mode, he's got the weight shots to back it up.
Oh yeah, very difficult man to beat once he gets on top. Mervyn, you got a chance with this.
Just needs to hurry a little bit.
Well played.
Oh, wonderful reply by Mervyn King.
1 red.
Great shot by Mervyn.
Gap on the red bowl, 3/4 of an inch.
No wee funny quips from Greg. He's ultra serious mode.
Well, Greg just try and get to his own bowl, lift it.
A good example of how to play the second ball on a tight head. Be reaching your own. If you miss it, you come into back position. Don't lose your ball. That's a handy one there.
Yeah, very good position.
Yes, the bowl short of jack high.
And because Mervyn's got the shot, it's actually a harder head for Mervyn to bowl to. Very good effort, Merv. It's another good bowl.
Greg moving on to the forehand. He's must be tempted with this. A little bit into it. Very steady delivery. This will be on a wide draw then.
Yeah.
Well, strong bias ball. Par's coming off now. There's the bias bringing the ball back into the head.
He's coming well. Very good effort.
Oh, what a ball.
Brilliant ball. Just not
Great,
quite.
great effort.
1 red.
Tell you what, it's not making it easy for Mervyn to get 2.
No.
Oh, this is coming in very swiftly. Just going to drop in front. Well,
That's not a bad ball for Mervyn.
that's okay, but I think Greg got a good shot on the backhand here. There it is,
Yep.
on the outside edge of the green ball. Turn it over once, he'll make it double. If he gets it harder, he's got the back position. This is definitely worth playing to.
Well, these are the shots Greg does play so well.
As an indoor specialist, of course, Greg doesn't play outdoor bowls. Likes to take the summer away from the game. But he's an international indoor skip. They enjoy playing little shots. Yes, he's just playing slightly narrow with over the draw weight. Now, will it hold?
Needs to hold now. It's going to go, I think.
There
Yeah.
it goes. It's so difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, very hard shot to play.
He needed to be a little bit more adventurous with that pace. He was just dropping a little bit. Hard shot to judge.
Well, 8-3 up, he won't be that disappointing. I mean, he's certainly made it very difficult for Mervyn to score 2.
Do you believe anybody else would try and play this ball?
Well,
Oh, he's right on the outside of the mat. That's going to help the ball come in from a very wide line. The foot placement on the mat's so important. Here it comes. He's on the high line to
very
try
good
to
effort.
drift in off the ball.
Oh, very good try.
1 shot, red.
It's a valuable one shot. 3 ends to go. Mervyn King's 4 shots behind. 8-4.
It's almost every end for Mervyn now. Needs to score. You would feel if Greg managed to nick a shot on this end, and the first set very likely be his. Pretty good opener from Mervyn. Greg in there again, his first ball.
One green.
Decent bowl from Mervyn.
Last bowl is 8 inches past the jack.
Yes, but decent's not good enough at the moment. It has to be better than that. Really needs to get a couple of ends of top class close balls. Put the pressure on Greg Harlow. Greg hasn't really been pressurised too much in this match so far. It's him that's been applying the pressure like that.
Very good. Now, Mervyn, you're tempted.
Well, he'll be tempted, but if he misses, he's in a heap of trouble. And when he comes down to look at it, he'll not like what he sees. Now, Lee has often mentioned during her presentation about statistics, and I've just been looking at a few. Greg Harlow in 33 WBT, that's World Bowls Tour matches, has lost 8 of them. Mervyn King in 22 matches has lost 6. It's a pretty good batting average. No wonder they're winning a lot of titles.
Yeah, we didn't look at mine.
No, mate. Didn't need to. Somebody passed me a postage stamp. It was in there.
So
You don't lose many. You know that.
You're so cruel to me.
This will struggle to get back. Yes, it just holds off. That sort of weight is just so difficult on the portable rink.
That's why I wonder whether he'd been tempted to strike at it, because I think that's an easier shot.
I think it's an easier shot as well. I really do, Ponder.
No, very small gap.
Well, probably the cover bowl from Greg now.
Depends if the jack's going, if 2 balls aren't going out clean. Certainly doesn't want to make the head any bigger, but he would like to drift past the jack and cover the 3 red balls.
Needs to keep running now, he's make it bigger else.
Oh dear.
Well, Mervyn, you've got to be tempted now.
You've got to hit this, Mervyn. The little conversion shot is pretty, but it's difficult.
He's playing a similar bowl to what he played. A
Well,
little bit more pace.
he's going to need a lot more pace to hold this line.
I think he's gone. Well,
I don't know, there was no conviction in that shot.
no, I'm not sure. He shouldn't have played more weight, really.
So, Greg Harlow, line 2. Take him to 10-4. I would almost give him the set. I think he'll play a very safe shot here. He doesn't need to worry about scoring more. Just doesn't want to give it away.
No, 2's good. If he can manage to get another one in there.
It's possible, but the forehand's safe as houses. He'll not do any damage there.
Well, he's out on a good line. Get past his own ball, he's in.
Needs to hurry just a shade more, I think.
Oh yeah, same weight.
2 shots, green.
He was trying, but he wasn't trying that hard. And this remarkable record of Greg Harlow keeps going in Sheffield. He's now 10-4 in front after 7 ends in the first set.
Well, I expect Mervyn's now thinking to himself, well, this set's almost gone. What am I going to do to win the second?
Well, we can even stretch it by getting a couple of shots this end to go into the last end. The set would be better. But this is slightly out of form, Mervyn King, we're saying, in the final.
Yeah, certainly not playing as well as he did in the semi. As we all know, every game's different. Better start from Mervyn.
Your bowl, 2 feet.
Good effort.
Good effort, but there's enough room.
1 red. Greg's last bowl is 8 inches.
It's under. Just not always picking out a wide enough line on that backhand.
Seems to be a very big hand. A lot of the players have been cutting their lines this week.
Was well out and came back inside the centre line. Both players are seeing strong bias bowls. It's very rare for any player using a tight line bowl to win any of these championships. I don't think I've ever seen it happen.
No, not that I know of. Well played, Mervyn.
Yep, makes a double, drops in behind it. We're getting these little glimpses of Mervyn King. How good he can be. Just hasn't been able to string it together for 2 or 3 ends in a row. Greg looking at all the options to see if there's anything happening if he hits into it. There's a plant on, but I don't know if it's going to miss the jack or not. I don't know if that's going to get a nibble of it. The green ball onto red. The alternative, I suppose, in is to hit red onto red.
Yes, certainly. Yeah. Well, knowing Greg, I'm sure that's what he'll play.
Especially on his forehand. He really likes playing the weight shots on his forehand. Controlled weight in.
Yeah. No.
Not even. He's trying to draw it. Well, he must see something that we can't. Oh, that's a very confident shot to play.
Very good effort.
Excellent effort, but
don't think he's even saved. We might have. Has he cut it down?
2 red.
No.
well, the chances of success there were so minimal.
Yeah.
You had to get everything right. But it's going to secure another end, at least in this set.
Well, Mervyn would dearly love to get in with this one. Give himself some sort of chance.
I think with the number of threes that have been bouncing about in this particular first set, if he can get close enough to Greg,
Yeah.
it might just put a little doubt in his mind. Very difficult to pick up a 4.
Not sure Mervyn's up.
Oh, what a chance. What a chance. It's gone. It's going to be 2.
2 shots, red.
Well, Mervyn looking for 4 now, just to half the first set. I really can't see it happening. I don't think Greg's form has dropped sufficiently to allow that to happen.
No, I would. Well, certainly the idea for Merv now to play a good end, get ready for the second set. If something does develop, then try and take the chance, but good starter. Right, there's one.
Well, that's not where you want to be, Greggy.
No.
Jack's only going one way, and that's back. That couldn't possibly happen. Surely not. You never get a 4 when you really, really need it.
Well, that's 2.
See where this commentary's going for the rest of the end. Greg's his first ball's not helping his get out of jail shot. The runner.
No, it's not actually.
It's going to hamper it a little bit.
Forehand draw. Tries to try and get as close as he can. Well,
it needs to be within a foot or so because it's very hard to put 4 balls into
he's not up.
a radius of a foot, and that forehand just catches them out all the time. Just wait for your cue here, Ian.
Okay, mate.
Okay.
Hey, Corky, that's free.
All yours, mate. All yours.
Well, give Mervyn his due. And it's not just any free, it's a very, very good free.
It is, it's a very good 3, yes. The only thing is that although those 3 balls are sitting like that, they're a ball and a half to 2 balls wide in the backhand. And I think Greg will play this now in the backhand with a little bit of pace.
Yeah, I think he'll chase it.
Yeah, you know, he knows he's in trouble. He knows if he misses it, he's going to be in a heap of trouble, but he can't really draw with any confidence in that forehand to within a couple of inches of the jack. Not after dropping short, anyway. Big ball now.
He's a big ball. Only has to remove 1.
That's the backhand.
Mervyn has no chance.
Time the shot around the short balls.
Here it comes.
Oh, this is close. Very close. Got it.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yep, he'll be happy with that. That's enough.
It's blown
There's the
Merv.
smile. 3 really good balls by Mervyn King, but I'm afraid Bondi will not be able to say. There's the 4.
Oh. Would have made for an interesting last bowl of Greg's if he'd been 4 dead.
Would it ever? So with 2 balls to go. See what Mervyn can do with this, really. He's come to stretch the jack back.
Playing on the forehand. Needs to start moving. He's not going to.
No, it was the right idea. 2 to red, but Greg's going down. Maybe a little practice shot.
2 shots red, first set.
Not even
Greg.
going to bother. 2 shots to red. Impossible to score 4 after Greg Harlow picked out a beautiful 3rd ball, ran 1 off, and he takes the first set, 10 shots to 8.
Well, while we just have a break within the arena, as our local television coverage goes to a commercial break, we'll just take a quick opportunity to run through the stats we have for this match. And first of all, the head-to-heads between the 2 players, well, they have played each other just the once, and that was a win for Mervyn King over Greg Harlow. Actually, I'll get that information a little bit more correct. That's just we need to know which tournament that's in. But while I'm collecting that, let's have a look at Greg Harlow's past season. So this is how he's got on in the past year, and started off very well in Sheffield here, winning this tournament. That's, well, excuse me, the Engage tournament. That was the Engage International here last year at October 2006. Greg Harlow winning 2-0 in that match. Didn't have everything his own way
in that tournament. I certainly remember that one for sure. Greg went out to Kelvin Kirkhope in the semi-final of the Scottish International. And in Potters this year, it was a defeat to Billy Jackson, which was a big surprise, a big shock, a really tight match. 7-6, 6-5 in that third round match. Of course, all these matches listed here. All the matches from the World Bowls Tour available to watch on 247.tv. Watch any of the replays. And the last tournament, Greg, disappointedly for him, went out in round 2 to Ian Mayer. Took a tie break, 2-1. So started off very strongly. Faded a little bit towards the end. Well, we had a repeat of the 2007 World Singles Final earlier when Mervyn King played Alex Marshall. Well, this is a repeat of the 2006 World Final. And here is Mervyn King's past season on the World Bowls Tour. And there you see losing to Mark McMahon here at the Engage International in that quarter-final. 2-1 in the tie-break. Very, very close. And the Scottish International, a 2-0 defeat to Robbie Wheel. And of course, that final of the World Open singles at Potters. And then the Welsh, it was a 2-0 defeat to Glenn Skipp. Disappointing result for him. 11-6 and 8-1. But Mervyn is now, of course, a top 16 player. As certainly a few years ago, he was outside the top 16. And only playing the odd tournament. Played at Potters. Of course, his first big win was the World Pairs with Kelvin Kirkhope. And if we just revisit the slide we just had a little bit earlier, but we actually didn't have the tournament name on there. Of course, it was the World Indoor Bowls 2006 Singles Final. So, two players who know each other very well. Bit of a funk back there from Mervyn. And here we go.
It's the man who has put all the pressure on, Greg Harlow, going for his 17th straight win at this venue in Sheffield, Ponds Forge, the International Hall. Might end up changing the name of this place soon. But he'll realise that it's only half a job done, the first set. Mervyn came back strong at the end.
Yes, he will. Mervyn won't give up, that's for sure. Great start from Greg. Likes playing in finals, doesn't he?
He does, especially here.
Best start from Merv.
I'm sure Kay, who's Greg's partner, will have the phone number of the local chippy yet again to put the order in. He probably throws a bottle of champers into the boot on the way up these days, just in case he needs it.
Three inches. Yes.
Effort from Merv. Just running through. Second bowl.
Last bowl is 14 inches past jack high.
Greg playing on the forehand, which is not the obvious side. Call us the blind side because if he slots a ball in there, his opponent won't be able to see it.
Just needs to run it out. Very good. In for 2 shots. Now Mervyn. Oh, he'll be disappointed with that.
2 green.
Can't afford to have a bad start to this set. Doesn't want to be chasing.
No, he certainly can't. Greg's looking to add another.
Needs to run.
Well, he's not there, but really Mervyn needs one good draw shot here to get the shot, turn the jack for a double. Try and get it off in the set a bit better than he did the first one. Well, they're 9 ends, these sets, but they're still a bit of a sprint.
So Merv, this is better. Start settling down.
Don't think it's going to break back in time.
No, just run through.
2 shots, green.
2 shots to Greg Harlow.
It's a very challenging game, bowls, but the history of the game goes back to Egyptian days. Really became popular in the UK with Henry VIII's time, when he had the audacity to ban the game because his archers were spending too much time practicing their bowls instead of practicing their archery. Then he became very naughty and levied a £100 fine, or £100 of a club entrance fee to anybody who'd like to play. So it was restricted to the aristocracy. Big betting game in those days.
You know everything, Corky, don't you?
I was just thinking it would have suited you, mate. A lot of money played for it.
Last bowl is 16 inches short.
Yeah. Greg will be changing his hand. Very good delivery.
He's keeping a consistent level of play, Greg Harlow. And Mervyn's just been struggling.
Mervyn's having a chase at this. Very good bowl, Mervyn.
I think that's a good decision on Mervyn's part, I really do. You know, he's good at those weight shots. He's been outplayed to the jack at the moment. Whenever that's happening, you have to revert back to a different style of
5
play.
feet.
Plenty of room for Greg, but Mervyn will be happy that he's changed the shape of it all.
Oh, gently, gently.
Needs to
Gently,
slow.
gently. Greg Harlow, fists in the air. There's a little smile there with Greg. He's delighted to have drawn to the edge of the ditch. There it is. Mervyn just trying
Good
to match
effort.
it. Oh, what a ball by Greg. Right on the edge. Good effort by Mervyn.
I just get the feeling here Greg's hit top form. Mervyn's in trouble. He's really got to dig deep now. The ball's on its way.
Oh, here it comes. He just dropped on his own ball.
Very
It's
good.
in. Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah, very good bowling indeed from
2
Greg.
green. 5 inches. Yes.
Plenty of room, Merv.
Yeah, well, he might have played with just a little bit of pace, to be honest. He's keeping out in the wide draw.
Well, his weight's not bad. Oh, he's a very good effort.
What an effort. Needs to hurry a little bit. Well, I can't see from this angle. It might be second.
2.
Still 2, I think.
2 shots, green.
Didn't make it. 2 shots to green. Greg Harlow's on a roll. 4-0 after 2 ends.
So, great start for Greg in the second set. And at the moment, he's on course. Match number 18. He's good again. Yeah, he's really on fire now. Well played, Merv. Just sat out, I think.
Favour the red bar.
Oh. Favours red.
And when you're on form, there's no better place to be than the portable rink. Playing in a major final. You just feel so good, so content, so happy to be there. Displaying your skills. And everything seems to be easy.
Yeah, and he's keeping Mervyn now under the cosh. He's putting more and more pressure on Merv every end.
2 green.
I actually think this is Greg's best match so far. He's held back the best to the final.
Definitely, yeah. His all-round game's been a lot more consistent. Another good ball.
Yeah, 3.
3 shots. Mervyn arriving.
Yes, he decided to play just inside the line with pace. He's got a chance off the ball. Or clean jack.
Oh, he's got the gap.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oops. Big hole there. Mervyn found it.
Yeah, unlucky in the area, but oof. Well, unfortunately, He'll be 4 down probably after the next one.
Oh, he's in bother.
Greg moving to the forehand. This may just be a cover bowl, David, I think.
Well, if he's line 3 shots, he certainly doesn't need another one.
Yeah.
Quite happy to go back and make sure if Mervyn scores, he's only going to score a single.
Well, I think he's probably challenging Mervyn here to draw the shot. Set the challenge and said, well, if you get the jack, you might not get the shot. The only way you're guaranteed to get it is to draw it.
Yeah, it's not easy, but it really is a draw shot.
Well, it certainly looks a draw. Yeah, back to the draw. Well, he's had a loosener, so
He's certainly wide enough. It's all about pace now.
needs to settle.
Off the ball, touch back.
Very
It's
good.
in. That's a very good recovery ball by Mervyn King. Will that spur him on?
He's asking Alan. Could be worth a measure, I think.
It's worth a take. Umpire.
So, Greg's asked for the umpire, Brian Daly, to come on. Good shot from Mervyn. You could say if the ball wasn't there, he wouldn't have stopped in time, but he had to reach.
I think in that situation, you're always saying to yourself, be there.
Yeah.
You know, if you find a gap, you find a gap, but at least you've given the ball a chance.
One red.
One shot, red.
Excellent recovery ball. And Mervyn King has to be thinking to himself, I must get the first 2 balls a lot closer than I have been.
Looks like the jack's come up to a full length. Not quite. Longest jack though. Good start from Mervyn. That's what he wants. Very close. Great effort. Perfect weight because it finishes in such a good place.
Greg's not wasting many balls at the moment.
Well,
that's not what you needed.
18 inches past jack high.
Not what he needed, but it'll keep. You never know. Could be a useful ball, yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't want to be playing it though. He's given Greg a chance with his second delivery to pull the jack back.
The area again. Oh,
Mervyn, get one in there quick.
One red.
If you don't, you're going to be 3 down.
it's only out a long way with that. It's coming now. Yeah, well played.
2 red.
Yeah, he realises it's a shoulder for Greg to rest on. Well, I'm surprised Greg's even hesitating, but if he's aiming up in the forehand,
It's a runner.
it has to be a runner. Looking to take at least one out.
Here it comes. Got one ball.
Well, I don't think Mervyn will be too sad at that.
No, it's taken away that shoulder.
He'll be quite happy.
Very good, Merv. Look it round the corner. Yeah, very good.
That's a much better ball than the previous one.
Fantastic draw shot. Inch perfect draw. Just tuck the jack round the corner a little bit. So, Greg's going again with white. Here it comes.
This is different.
Very close. Oh.
Well, it's okay, actually, as it turns out. It's a single.
1 shot red.
His own ball was going out, but got caught on the back red one. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
Still another single. Merv gave him a little smile there. He saw that back ball catching. And so, well, he was very, very close to the target.
Great start from Mervyn. Well, loose one from Greg. First bowl, so important. Just immediately puts pressure on.
Yes, it does. If you can add another. Mervyn's close by the looks of this.
Oh, good again. Well played, Merv.
Ran on just a little bit too far for his liking.
Greg's through again, but that's dangerous.
Yeah, back position. Yeah.
Back position's there.
You sort of think that Greg will run the 2 balls or jack.
Yeah.
That's why Merv needs another one in.
And he has.
He's still pacing a bit.
Oh.
He's rolled on further than what he expected. There's Greg moving on the forehand.
Moving to the forehand, so this could be with white. No. Still holding back at the moment. Will he hold that line?
It's going to go quick now. Once it goes onto the centre line, it moves away very fast. Yep, barely jack high.
2 red.
Shouldn't disturb Mervyn. He should be just playing the same ball. There's danger, though. Danger on one side of the rink.
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure whether perhaps Mervyn should leave this and cover over in that corner.
It's just if he puts one close and Greg hits it, he could lose 3 shots very easily.
Yeah.
Might be a time to think about cover.
Oh, he's not on a covering line.
No, he's on a normal draw line.
Oh,
In fact,
Merv.
he's inside it, I think.
Doesn't want to go across Jack High.
It's not bad.
No.
That, I think, will tempt Greg Harlow into playing pace this time.
3 red.
3 shots. Well. Here it comes.
No, it's all about connections
Needs
now.
to hold. I think he's gone.
Oh, he's under. Wrong side of the jack anyway.
Oh, well.
If he'd have sliced the jack at that angle, he was losing 4.
3 shots red.
As it is, it's 3. Always look under, Bundy.
Yeah, always looked under. One of them, a couple of yards more pace, he probably would have stayed on line to the jack. Well, Mervyn, 5-4 up. Good from Mervyn again. This is good stuff from Mervyn.
Indications is coming in, isn't it?
Yeah, he was under the cosh and he's held it together, stuck at it. Reaping the rewards now.
Starting to get the first bowl going. It's like a little mini battle of the first 2 bowls. If you can win that, you put your opponent under pressure end after end. Look at this.
Oh, well played, Greg.
Oh.
Fantastic ball.
What a reply. Well, it doesn't get much better than that.
1 red.
Oh.
1 red.
The gap on your bowl is 2 inches.
It really doesn't look like 1 to red.
A little bit more.
Oh, we can see it from the commentary box. Actually, it's in many ways it's easier at this particular length that you can see the distance better. It's at the commentary box end, and
Mervyn's in the area again, David.
oh,
He's very close.
Touch on his own.
Sit.
Oh, it's going to fall away.
Oh. Well, has that made a difference?
Might have given it away.
No, still red.
Still red. Well, same for Greg. Well, oh, Greg's close as well, David. Just needs to bend. Oh, very good effort.
Well, these tight heads are always difficult.
He's in the area again.
Oh, he
He's
is
very
indeed.
close, Mervyn.
Doesn't want to tap his own ball, might push it out. Well, that's locked it a bit more, but oh, that is tight. And Greg, you might need to look at this. This is still Wonder Red. Really?
It rocked him, didn't move him.
I still feel a little touch on the green ball will be enough.
Yeah, certainly will be.
Oh,
Greg's, he's brought it in.
Very much under the line.
Still running up. Ooh. Any touch.
Oh, he's trying to be very gentle. He knows if he gets the angle absolutely right, he'll rock the balls and the red one will fall out.
How brave is Mervyn here?
Oh, don't be that brave.
Well,
there's a chance for 4.
There's a chance on. Greg's last bowl will help. The angle off Greg's bowl.
The angle's
pushing
actually,
the evergreen bowl right out the head.
The angle's quite good, but the difficulty is that
I play it.
Yeah, we know you would play anything that's risky. Gently. Gently. Useful ball.
Yeah, it's a good position.
It was quite deliberate. He didn't decide to go for that speculative shot, although it would have been very profitable. I think if it had been the last ball of the end,
he may have gone for it.
He may have thought to himself, I'll have a go at this, but leaving Greg the situation with the last ball, that's what put him off. Now Greg's looking at the danger.
Yeah, well, Greg has got to be careful here.
I still think of it.
Perfect draw, I think, onto his own bowl. That's all he's got.
Just a little nudge. That's all. A little tap on the ball.
Some really good bowling going on now. Well, he's
certainly over the pace.
He's topside though, deliberately, I think.
Yeah, that's not going to get back.
No, he kept it topside.
It was probably a safe way to play it. He knew the danger
One
inside.
shot, Red.
But it's another shot to Mervyn King. It's a nice little run he's on now. From 4-0 down, he's picked up 6 shots in the trot. 2 in front, 6-4 after 6 ends.
Well, of course, in the semi-final, Greg was 3 down with 3 to play after winning the first set and come back to do the job. So he's been there before.
Yes, I think Mervyn has to win the next 2 ends to be absolutely certain of winning this set.
Well, if he keeps his first bowl going like it has been the last 2 or 3 ends, he's got every chance. It's good again. It's a reasonable start. Good reply from Greg. Mervyn's on a good line. Weight's not bad either. played.
It's a drop back.
And he has.
Favour red ball.
Favour the last ball. Now Greg. Yep, still the draw. Very good ball again. Just going to drop short this time though. Well, he might not like that.
Well, it takes that little favourite running shot out of the equation. Certainly on one side.
Yeah. Behind the jack.
Mervyn. Just need to stay up past the green ball. Once you get past that, you're close.
Very close. Off the... Oh, very good.
That's going to change Greg's ideas now, I would suggest.
2 red.
Well, the perfect draw from Merv. Just around the front green. Off the other one and a touch on the jack. Now Greg. I suppose no. A good result would be top side on his own green ball.
Yeah, it's a forehand shot.
Yeah.
Ball solid onto the other ball would do as well, but half on the high. Bring it onto the jack. And again, it's on Greg's favourite forehand for playing these shots. Doesn't miss too many of these.
Yeah, he's playing it. Definitely arriving. Here he comes. In the area. Just needs to hold putt. He's very close now. Oh, well.
It's not the best result he could have got out of that.
No, he's unfortunate. Merv's bowl stayed with the jack.
1 red.
Got a good contact. Got his own bowl first.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get the split at one stage, but the jack just stuck on the ball. I think Mervyn will be delighted with that situation.
Yeah. Because to be honest, both of Greg's bowls that are left on the green are covering the jack. Very good bowl. Just run, yeah, we'll play Merv.
Oh, that's a very, very good result to finish just behind the jack. It makes the double.
2 red.
Creates a problem for Greg.
Yeah, it certainly does.
And there's a little running shot on the forehand that he might think about. Just around the green ball. Try and drift between the green and red to the jack or the ball.
I think he'll play it.
Yeah, it's a better shot than trying to draw it in the backhand. Best he could do in the back would be second ball.
So, big ball for Greg. Not an easy shot. Not much more than an overdraw, I would think. Yeah, just arriving on the draw. Well,
oh, he's close.
He's very close. Get down now, and he's played one here.
There's the
he's
gap.
Played one here.
Ball solid.
What a ball. Oh, unlucky.
Well, it looked for a long time like the absolute perfect shot.
Yep.
But the red rolled back. And it's one more to Merv King.
1 shot red.
Well, that's a perfect bowl from Greg. Very unlucky final result. He lifted the red, but just not quite enough. It sat back. Well, David, dare I say it, are we heading for a tiebreak?
Well, It's about time we had one.
Yeah, need a bit more fun in the commentary box. A nice tiebreaker would be good.
Yeah, tie breaks are always fun for us. Not so much fun for the players. Different tactics required, of course, but we'll go into the rules of the tie break if required.
3
At
inches.
the moment, Greg Harlow would dearly love to win this match in this set.
Great reply from Greg. Oh, what a ball.
That's why I'm saying that Greg really wants to win this in the set. He doesn't want to go into a tie break.
No, he must have heard me. I think I've inspired him again. Merv just not quite reaching this time.
Forehand, so often when players move on to it, they drop short.
Well, won't be too disappointed with that ball. Finished in a useful place.
One green. Your last bowl is 14 inches.
Greg conscious that he needs to win this end.
Just needs to run this out. Needs to run it out. Don't think so. Not sure. I think he's just sat back. It's only the one.
Well, Mervyn didn't take too much time looking at it.
One green.
Yeah, just the one.
Yeah, so that means that'll be a forehand draw.
Yeah. Of course, Merv won't be disappointed if he only drops one. He'll be 2 up playing the last bowl. He's not quite there again, Merv. He's just going under again.
There's that forehand just catching him out with deliveries, and this is a chance for Greg if he can add another. There's an even better chance for Greg if he's prepared to take a risk.
Yeah, there is. Well, he's the sort of player who would take the risk.
Well, if he gets his own bowl, half on the high side, the red one will go. It's possible even to reach the red ball and get it out clean.
Yeah.
That's worth 3 or 4 shots.
I mean, Greg would dearly love to score a 2 here.
It would make a big difference.
It would mean he'd only have to score a 1 in the last end to win the title.
But he doesn't want to give the shot away because best back bowls against. I really think this might be worth it. It's a hard shot though.
Well, he studied it. He's psyching himself up for this shot. He knows it's a big shot. Make your mind up, time, Greg.
He's certainly seen it, there's no doubt about that. It's all a matter of playing it through. Difficult shot in the forehand.
He's playing it.
Oh, he's definitely going for it.
Well, he likes it.
Big, risky shot.
He wants the edge.
Edge, got it.
Oh, he's too far.
Oh, he's too far. How far does his own ball run through, though? It's in the ditch. Oh, unlucky. So unlucky.
Well,
the risk
One
was
shot,
the back
right.
ball of Mervyn's, and he took a chance on it.
great effort. He just got it too thick, I think.
Yes, it was his own ball running into the shot ball that caused the problem. And of course then that followed on into the ditch. It was a shot to win the set effectively.
Yeah. And now
Now he has to score full house.
I think I was right. I think we're looking at a tie break. So 8-4. Surely now we are heading for a tie break. Unless Greg can score 4. His first ball, Mervyn's.
It's not bad.
Pretty good.
I think he would like to have just been a little bit closer. Decent starter ball. Now every ball that Greg plays has to be a winner.
There's one.
I think we've been here before.
Yeah, and that got a bit interesting, that end.
Well, it certainly got down to within the last couple of bowls. Now, Merv, what can you do?
It's looking good. Looking very good. Drawn the shot.
Oh, that's a beauty. That's going to make it really difficult now for Greg Harlow to score any more than 1 or 2 shots.
Very good effort, Greg. Well,
One red.
the crowd
The
loving
last
this,
ball.
David.
The 5-inch
They're
gap.
getting into it, aren't they? They're really enjoying it, and they're reading the balls very well. Mervyn, a big, high, wide line just to try and drift past the front green balls.
Very good, Merv.
Oh, look at this. Oh, it's a beauty.
Very good stuff. Well,
2 red.
Greg, if he's going to play a shot,
He has to do it now.
he has to do it now and just hope he's on target and doesn't lose his ball.
Yes, maybe not allowed to play it from there. Of course, it's in the rules that you're allowed to carry the ball up and bring it back again. Many years ago, that was not the case.
No, I did see an occasion once when somebody brought the bowl up and then dropped it straight into the middle of the head. Didn't go down very well.
No, don't think so.
Well,
Yeah, he's playing the right shot. He's playing a runner in on the forehand to try and get the 2 balls.
yeah, just an arriver.
This looks
Right.
like it's going to go under very quickly.
Get ready for a tie break.
Yep, that's the end of it. I think we'll see where this ball goes. If it stays on the rink,
Here we go.
keep going.
2 shots in the second
it's
set
over.
to red. Match tie break.
So 2 shots to red. And Mervyn King levels this final of the match play. 10 shots to 4 in the second set. Now we have a tie break.
Well, we're just taking a little commercial break there. Both players are going to have a little break. And it's quite strange. Of course, this is commercial television that we're on. Normally the coverage is on BBC television, or if we're covering it ourselves on 247.tv, obviously there's no need for the commercial breaks. But in this situation, of course, the sponsors, the costs
But
have
it was
to be met.
slightly damp. And
There's Richard telling another one of his squiffy jokes, no doubt, so I'll just clear him away. While we, the stats are pretty level. 8 all, going towards the scoreboard, 10-6 to Mervyn, going away from the scoreboard. And they will be coming towards the scoreboard twice in this tie-break, so if there was a slight advantage for Mervyn going away from the scoreboard, well, he's only going to have that occasion once. Sometimes that is significant when we've seen these matches go to a tie-break, that one player is more comfortable playing one way, and he generally has that slight advantage, something that's very rarely discussed. Here's our chance to look at the complete scorecard for those first 2 sets. And you can see it's an amazing run there from Mervyn. 7 ends in a row from 4-0 down. An amazing run to go 10 to win 10-4, finishing incredibly strongly, as he did in the first set. To be honest, he won 3 of the last 4 ends, a total score of 5-2. But unfortunately, he was already well down there. He was already 8-3 down when it came to the 6th end, so it was already pretty difficult for him. Well, we will be back here in October time for the Engage International. Quite strange, a few of the players who do play outdoors saying how strange it was to be popping back indoors again and playing some, what I've heard termed proper bowls, where I think all the top players really much rather play indoor bowls as opposed to outdoor. A lot less variation, and I've heard it from more than one player who said what you bowl is what you get, whereas with outdoor there is typically a little bit more random feature of it. So there's been another toss of the coin from Alan Thornhill and Greg Harlow. Looks as if Mervyn King won that toss, because he's given the jack to Greg Harlow, who's bringing the mat up quite tight. We're just waiting for our TV station to join us again. This is the first running of the Cooperative Funeral Care World Match Play here at the Ponds Forge International Sports Centre in Sheffield. So the 2 players have just shaken hands. We're still waiting for our television to come back to us. Of course, these 2 players know each other pretty well. It's all going to be down to the final.
Well, best of friends off the rink and on the rink, Mervyn King and Greg Harlow. And how fitting it is that we've moved into the 3-end tie break for this final. 3 ends to separate 2 of the best players in the world.
Yeah, we've been waiting for one, David, and fitting that it should be the final.
Yes, it had to happen. And Greg has brought the mat right up the rink.
Useful start from Greg. Not quite reaching.
That's where he stopped is the problem, because tie breaks have a different tactics involved. It's all about winning the end. It's not accumulated shots, so you don't carry shots into the next end. It's just who wins the end that counts.
Yeah, like you say, different tactics in tie breaks. I mean, where Greg's bowl finished, his first bowl, there's a few players who've been tempted to go right at the bowl, Jack.
The trouble with Mervyn is that his first bowls created the problem. He'll have to attack, surely he'll attack this.
Your bowl 15 inches.
He's going to draw.
Well, the problem is that Greg is also very good at drawing to the edge of the ditch.
As he's proved already.
So Mervyn deciding to draw. Must be reaching this time.
He's not bad. Just needs to bend now. Not getting a finish. Oh,
short,
good weight.
Short jack
Two
lines
green.
with the mat up the rink. That's why he didn't get back.
Well, I think Mervyn's next bowl, David, is coming down the forehand with weight.
Yes, and that's what Greg's trying to work out. This will be slow, this tie break.
Yeah.
Players will be up after their second deliveries if the heads are tight at all. Understandably, playing for the title.
Well, strange for Merv. I thought he'd have attacked on the forehand then, David.
Yes, it was I can't say it was a negative shot because he was reaching, but surely he needed to have a go at that.
Well, it was just...
Well, he's good at those shots, and sometimes I don't think he believes that he can play them as well as he can.
No, I'm sure if he looked back when he won his World Singles Championship, I expect over the course of some of those games he played some very, very good runners.
He did. He played quite a number, actually. And he's given himself a bit of a problem now. And Greg, I just wonder, will Greg take a risk and cover the side of the rink on the respot? Stay away from it. He's got a first end lie. Doesn't really want to muck around with that. Back's covered.
Well, nice wide cover ball out here now. On the backhand. Well,
that's the back covered both ways. I think Mervyn's sort of thinking to himself, well, you know, if the jack goes all the way back, there's no chance of scoring on this. Can't get the two balls out at the angle they're at. But if I slice the jack across, I will get it on the respot. No, Mervyn will try and draw it.
well, wouldn't be surprised if he tries drawing.
It's typical Mervyn if he does. Oh, pace
no,
in the
it's
back.
weight. He's right at it. Oh, got his own ball.
First end green.
I think he left that just a ball too late.
Yeah.
Possibly even two balls too late.
Yeah.
That's the first end that Greg Harlow has scored in 7 ends that he lost at the end of the second set.
Well, Greg does have a reputation playing tie breaks very well. Doesn't lose many tie breaks.
Doesn't lose any here.
No. Mervyn. Very good ball.
Needs to run over the seam. Got it over there, front toucher.
Very good.
I don't think Greg will waste any time.
No. I'd expect Greg to go at this. It is a toucher. He catches on the half.
Two down.
The jack will go one way, the ball will go the other.
And it's on his favourite forehand as well.
I'm sure Greg will be tempted to go at this.
Oh, he should go at it. It's unless he wants just a very delicate touch to spring the jack.
It's a bowl short, jack high. Yes.
He's checking that in case he's wide. For the angle off of that one. I don't think the angle's there for the jack.
No, it needs to be a bowl or two shorter than what it is. But
Yeah.
it's not stopping Greg going for it.
Wow.
It's a bit delicate though. He's trying just to arrive at the head.
Maybe just trying to develop this a little bit better.
Oh, he's close to it.
Oh, he's very close. He's played one.
Big ball if he gets it with this one.
Well played, Greg. Well, that's a lot better for him.
And it's a toucher.
Well, he's disappointed that he didn't get
One
the
red.
shot, but
Well, I think that's almost as good as he could hope for. A front toucher against you.
and
He's opened this up to a point where Mervyn King's actually in bother because he can't afford to leave it and he's got no back position.
no, I didn't hear the call actually. Was it still 2 or was it only 1?
I think it's still 2 to red.
Well, that gives Merv something. At least if Greg gets the bowl, Mervyn will still have the shot. Well, Merv could be tempted to play the forehand himself here. Try and tuck the jack right round the corner.
Good shot.
Problem is, if he gets it wrong, he could actually fill all gaps.
Yes, you don't want to fill the gaps, that's the problem. You want to leave that big gap high up the jack. He's tempted with the forehand. He knows that he could turn it round, but playing the safe shot.
I think he's going behind here. I may be wrong.
Oh, man, it's coming in.
Just wants to cover those 2 green bowls if he can, just around the shot bowl. Yeah,
good.
that's useful. Very useful.
Oh, that's handy. That might actually stop the jack going through.
Yep. Greg just check in with Alan. 4-0, that it is 2. Nod of the head, so I'm guessing that means yes, still 2 shots.
Greg likes the big shots, and this is an opportunity. He's got 2 bowls against 1 to turn this head around and win the World Match Play.
Well, more weight this time. Now then.
Close to the ball.
He's got the ball.
Well, I get the impression that he might be having second shot then.
One green.
Well, he gets this ball absolutely solid. We're not totally sure if he's lying the shot now. I think he is. Mervyn King with the last bowl of the end. He's not sure. He's pushed it out well wide. Is he too heavy? He looks a bit pacey to me. Is it going to run too much? Is it going to break back? Oh, it dropped out.
Second end and the championship to Greg Harlow.
It's one to Greg Harlow. He takes the tie break. 2 shots or 2 ends to 0. And he wins his 18th consecutive win here at Ponds Forge. And there's partner Kay, absolutely delighted. Greg Harlow, what a venue for this man. He wins the World Matchplay, the first winner of this tournament, and he's totally delighted. He got over a major hurdle, won the match 10 shots to 8, lost the second set 10-4, hadn't scored for 7 ends, takes the first 2 ends up the 3-end tie break, and suddenly Greg Harlow's making history yet again. They're writing the statistics books about this man now. He just absolutely adores Ponds Forge, and it really is not a problem for him. Every single game he just wins. So I think Lee has got Bondi, if he's not out of breath, running down. Have a chat.
Thanks, David. He's a pretty quick runner. Well, what a finish to this, not just this match, but the entire competition. We've been waiting for a tie break.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. I thought it was a fantastic final. Both players played really well. Greg started off really well. Mervyn was struggling a little bit. And then second set, Mervyn come back. You know, fantastic. To dig in like he did, to be honest. And I think it was 7 ends on the trot he won or something. You know, it's very good. And then to go to a tie break, you know, Greg's good at tie breaks and he's good at Sheffield. So I suppose the result, I almost knew once he got the tie break. I think Greg's got this.
And you could tell throughout that there's such respect. I know they're great friends, but there's such respect between the 2 players, and that came across. And it was enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, it was, and the crowd got involved, which was good. You know, good crowd here tonight, and they certainly enjoyed it. Me and David enjoyed it in the commentary box. So yeah, it was brilliant, brilliant final.
And as you said, Greg has got such an amazing record here.
Yeah, you know, we're back again in November, and somebody's got to try and stop him. I don't know who's going to do it. Hopefully me.
I think if you were the person playing him, you'd always be thinking of that in the back of your mind. You know, it's an impressive scalp to try and take here.
Of course it is. You know, psychologically, you know, it's 18 games now, and all the players know about it. I know Greg knows about it, but hey, he's winning.
Well, we can see the trophy presentation now. Let's join our MC, Richard Bear.
Well, thank you, Lee. Well, to present the trophies, will you please welcome the Operations Director of Cooperative Funeral Care, George Tinging, accompanied by the Chief Executive of World Bowls Tour, Nigel Oldfield. And to receive a cheque for £5,000, your appreciation for the runner-up, Mervyn King. And to receive a cheque for £10,000, the trophy and the title of the 2007 Cooperative Funeral Care World Matchplay Champion, Greg Harlow. Ladies and gentlemen, he's done it again here in Sheffield. The 2007 Cooperative Funeral Care World Matchplay Champion, Greg Harlow!
Well, I know this is the World Bowls Tour. For a moment, I thought it was the World Gymnastics Tour. That was a pretty impressive move at the end. Does he always do a cartwheel when he wins?
He's going to have to be careful, cause himself an injury doing things like that.
I think we can take a look back at this car. Look at this. This is impressive stuff. We'll be in traction for the next 3 days. Well, we will be back after this short break with all the analysis and speaking to the 2 finalists also. Back to Sheffield, we've had the final of the World Bowls Tour, and we can tell you that after a tie-break, the only tie-break we've had in the entire tournament, Greg Harlow has defeated Mervyn, King. David Corkle, we were just talking about this earlier on. You said that we were due a tie break.
I thought it was going to happen that way. You know, these two guys are very well matched, and it's just a matter of who gets on their game first. Once Greg got the first set, I thought, well, Mervyn's going to start coming back into it. It's exactly as planned. But what really happened was that Greg, the last 7 ends of the second set, didn't score, had the odd chance, took a wee risk, and then the tie break, well, anything can happen. And the aggressive player that Greg is, he managed to squeeze it through.
What an impressive record you have here as well. You know, there must be something about this place that you love.
Yeah.
Undefeated in 18 matches
Yeah,
now?
it is unbelievable. I don't know what it is. I mean, I just wish we could play every tournament here. I don't know what it is, but like I say, I just feel so comfortable and confident here. You know, Mervyn played absolutely fantastic today, but even if he had a front toucher, I still felt, oh, I can just beat that. You know, and to have that feeling gives you the confidence to go on and do it. You know, fantastic game.
The Sheffield Bowls Tour doesn't have the same ring to it as the World Bowls Tour. But you came back into it so well and you ran it so close.
Yeah, I mean, I got off to a slow start. Greg played really well and just stuck into it really and tried to, you know, out-bowl him because he's so good on this rink. And well, I managed to get the second set, and I would say anybody's, but you know, he played really well and deserved to win.
Let's take a look at some of the moments from the tie break. And as we've said, normally we'd get to this stage a lot quicker in the tournament, but it took, what, 8 matches?
Yes, and the thing about tie breaks are that there's an element of gambling about it. It's an aggressive sort of change of style, that's all. And you have to be prepared to go early at things and develop things. When Mervyn, in the second end of the tie break, put that ball on the jack, we're thinking, well, if this ball sits down, it's a front toucher, forcing into it, he's going to get the second end, but it stood up. Greg immediately attacked it with controlled weight and opened up the whole head. And that's what you have to do.
It was the second bowl of that, the bowl coming up now, the second bowl, that gave me the chance to win the match. Without this, I'm nowhere. Just opens it up, and that gives me the chance to win.
But you were still very much in the running at this stage.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to do with this one. It was a case of either forehand draw or try and get one where I did, and hope he missed, but he don't miss many.
No, especially on that forehand, he doesn't miss too many, I can tell you.
Even more impressive at the end was possibly what's going to keep you in physio for the next 3 days, Greg. The cartwheel. Talk us through the cartwheel.
Do you like that?
Yeah,
well,
I was impressed by the cartwheel.
I was out in Australia last year, and I promised them there if I won I would do a cartwheel. So I ended the tournament with a cartwheel because we won the pairs over there. So I thought, and we've got some very good friends at home that we always have a barbecue at the end of the season, and the little girls always do gymnastics on the lawn. So it's for them at home, really. It's for the girls back
It's always
home.
a story.
So basically you're saying you practice cartwheels more than you practice bowls?
No, I don't. I can assure you I don't. I'm sure it wasn't a 10 out of 10.
And you've got a little ritual as well when you've won a tournament.
Oh, absolutely. Fizz and chips. We always end up with champagne and fish and chips. So it'll be quite late tonight because the final's a bit later than normal, but we won't miss out. It means I get a chance next time I come back. So it's one of those things, one of the little superstitious things.
Of course, this was a tournament, a new tournament. What's been your overall impression of it?
I think it's been wonderful to have the 8 top players together. You're going to have great matches. That's exactly what happened. And also the fact that guys coming from outdoor to play indoor brings an extra little bit of an edge to it. And we've had some fantastic games. I think the final was the best game. It doesn't always happen that way. I think it really does. And of course, Ponds Forge lends itself to it. People turn up, Sheffield like their bowls, and they're really starting to get attached to bowls now. It's becoming a real good home for it.
Just very briefly, have you enjoyed your time here?
That's been great, yeah, it's been unbelievable, you know, to get to another final, just well happy.
And Greg, I imagine we'll see you back here again.
Well, what can I say? Got to try and make it 19 now, eh?
Yeah, well, when
At some
are you
point,
next back here?
Back in November, so it still hasn't sunk in really. It just seems impossible that every time I come back here I've come away with the title. It's the run's got to finish somewhere, but hopefully not just yet.
Well, I think the bookies will probably be putting you at very, very short odds the next time. Well, Mervyn is not the king of the World Bowls Tour. It's Greg Harlow who reigns supreme in Sheffield. We hope you've enjoyed all the action here. From all of us here, have a very good night.